Dave Wigan, 10 Minutes of Reality today on Tuesday, the 20th of February. We are cruising through another month. Before you know it, it'll be March, and before you know it, it will be June, and then before you know it, it'll be December. Anyway, I said that last year, and I was right, so call me a prophet. Do you believe in karma? Do you believe that what you put out, you get back? Do you believe that things will bite you in the ass? We like to call it a lot of different things. It could be karma, it could be biting you in the ass, it could be everything. But I truly believe that the people in life who are 100% open, 100% vulnerable to life, 100% accepting of their day-to-day life, always seem to have karma on their side. They never, 3-4 months later, have anything that bites them in the ass. They never have a problem or an issue with something coming back and haunting them. They tend to always seem to go to bed at night with a clear conscience, wake up in the morning with clear intentions, and roll with what life brings them. And then there's the rest of the world. The rest of the world that seems to be working an angle. The other day, a friend of mine shared a story. There's this guy that she liked. They flirted for years. They had a little fling at one point. He kept her on a string the whole time. He kept telling her that he didn't want a relationship. And then she finally found out that not only he didn't want a relationship with her, he was having a relationship with just about every other woman in the office. She was his confidant. He ended up with one of the worst women in the office, a woman that was a complete user. She was hot, she was sexy, but she was looking for a guy to pay her bills and pay her way. Is that karma? Did he get what he deserved? By constantly playing all the women in the office, did he get the worst one because he was constantly inauthentic with everybody? So he got played just like he was playing other people? Is that karma? Or is that part of you get what you deserve in life? Another guy I know was doing a business deal with somebody. His communication was not great. He was told many times by everybody else that his communication is not great and his follow-up is not great. So what happened? The person he was going to do business with decided that they don't want to do business with him anymore. The reason being, the communication wasn't great. The follow-up wasn't great. And that person got really annoyed and really pissed off and really angry and said things about the person that, well, was true. Is that karma? Or is that you get what you deserve? I think it's karma. I think what you put out, you're going to get back. You're going to get caught. If you're shortcutting in life, if you're not communicating properly, if you've been told about some of your bad habits before, eventually what happens is somebody's going to come into your life and somebody's going to call you out on your bad habits, and, well, you're going to get caught and you're going to lose a relationship. You're going to lose a business deal because you didn't listen in the first place. You didn't correct the bad habits. You got into your ego and, you defended yourself nonstop and you didn't really listen to what somebody was telling you, because lessons come up on a daily basis for us. Every day we have another chance to grow, to excel, to learn. If something comes up and someone says something, I strongly suggest you listen. When you listen to what someone has to say, you'll grow more than anything. It's a beautiful thing to listen to somebody. Because when a person shows up in your life and tells you something that you've been told before, you have two choices. Either your ego is going to defend yourself, which most people do, because most people have this ego that needs to defend themselves. It's so important to always defend yourself, because why learn from a lesson that shows up when your ego can defend it? Once you've defended it, you've put it wherever you need to put it. You've forgotten about it. Your ego is like this lawyer And we all know what we think about lawyers, right? So your ego is this lawyer, and you paid the ego, some money to defend you. And the ego, the lawyer ego, we'll call it, makes up this story, just like lawyers do all the time, because in the court of law, there's always the person that's right, then there's the person who's making up the story to try to make the person who's right wrong. So here, the lawyer side of you literally just placates it and, soothes it over and comes up with excuses and doesn't really listen at all. And you state your case and you feel much better because you think to yourself, yeah, I did it. I avoided seeing the truth one more time in my life. Even though this has been presented to me so many times, I'm going to avoid the truth one more time. You feel almost victorious. And then all of a sudden, it happens again. You get warned one more time because the universe will always warn you. A situation will come up and you'll get that warning. So the lawyer inside of you will come and defend yourself one more time, will literally go and defend yourself. And what happens next? You feel victorious again because you once again skated by. And then all of a sudden, you find yourself in a relationship, business relationship or personal relationship, and the other person doesn't want to hear your bullshit anymore. Isn't going to put up with your bad habits. Isn't going to put up with your bad communication. Isn't going to put up with any of that stuff because they don't have the time to do that. So they're going to warn you and they're going to tell you. And of course, your lawyer inside you is going to go and defend one more time because you figure you've spent your whole life with this bad habit. You're going to defend it again because that's what we do, because that's what our ego does. The lawyer ego literally does that. But the other person on the other end, they don't want to hear it anymore. And they give you another shot and they know it's your last shot because they've told it and they've said it because they're more successful than you are. They might be better at having a relationship. They might be better in business than you are. And they see through your bullshit, and they see through the fact that you don't want to grow. And they see through the fact that you're not really listening and taking in the criticism, which is constructive, not negative, because all criticism starts off as constructive. It only gets negative when somebody has to criticize over and over again because your lawyer ego is not really truly listening. So then all of a sudden, the person wakes up one day and says, fuck this person. I don't want to do business with them anymore. I don't want to be in a relationship with them anymore, and I'm done. And they tell the person that, and the person can't believe it. The person goes back to their bad habits of being the lawyer ego and defending themselves. And the other person doesn't care. They don't want to hear it anymore. They're done. They gave you an opportunity to grow. They gave you an opportunity to listen. They gave you an opportunity because they were more successful than you were in the situation that was being presented. And they were giving you a chance to grow. Because that's the type of person you're going to be up against when karma meets ego. See, karma usually is an evolved person. An evolved person will give you a shot because they believe in you and they want to give you a shot. And they see your flaws and they're willing to help you on that journey because they know that someone helped them along on their journey as well. They also ran into it where their ego lawyer came involved and got involved in the whole thing. And they literally did the same thing. But eventually they looked at it as a wake-up call. So the real question is, when you have a wake-up call, are you evolved enough to recognize the wake-up call? Because if you're not, then you're going to be constantly defending your actions throughout your whole life. And you're never going to learn, grow, or have the success you want in relationships. And we're talking about money, we're talking about love, we're talking about everything. So you have two choices. Drop the lawyer ego, listen to the criticism that's coming in, realize it's a pattern, and thank the universe for somebody who's patient enough to give you that lesson one more time. And this time, take the lesson. Because if you don't, karma's going to come and sting you in the ass. Karma's going to come and tell you, fuck, yeah, that's right. You're up against me now. And I'm not going to be as nice. And you're going to lose that big client, that big account, the thing that could have made you the money you wanted. You might lose a relationship that you truly wanted. Look at your lessons. If the same lessons are repeating over and over again, Fire your inner lawyer and hire your more kind karma. I'll see you tomorrow on the reality check. Do me a favor, spread this along to anybody who's got a big ego and see if they embrace it or defend it.